Dating Plato's dialogues, establishing chronology. One way to approach this issue has been to find some way to arrange the dialogues into at least relative dates. It has frequently been assumed that if we can establish a relative chronology for when Plato wrote each of the dialogues, we can provide some objective test for the claim that Plato represented Socrates more accurately in the earlier dialogues and less accurately in the later dialogues. In antiquity, the ordering of Plato's dialogues was given entirely along thematic lines. The best reports of these orderings, see Diogenes Laertius's discussion at 3.56-62, included many works whose authenticity is now either disputed or unanimously rejected. The uncontroversial internal and external historical evidence for a chronological ordering is relatively slight. Aristotle, Politics 2, 6.1264b24-27, Diogenes Laertius, 3.37, and Olympiodorus, Prol 6.24, state that Plato wrote the laws after the Republic. Internal references in the Sophist, 217a, and the Statesman, also known as the Politicus, 257a, 258b, show the Statesman to come after the Sophist. The Timaeus, 17b, 19b, may refer to Republic as coming before it, and more clearly mentions the Critias as following it, 27a. Similarly, internal references in the Sophist, 216a, 217c, and the Theaetetus, 183e, may be thought to show the intended order of three dialogues, Parmenides, Theaetetus, and Sophist. Even so, it does not follow that these dialogues were actually written in that order. Scholars have sought to augment this fairly scant evidence by employing different methods of ordering the remaining dialogues. One such method is that of stylometry, by which various aspects of Plato's diction in each dialogue are measured against their uses and frequencies in other dialogues. Another, even more popular way to sort and group the dialogues is what is called content analysis, which works by finding and enumerating apparent commonalities or differences in the philosophical style and content of the various dialogues. Neither of these general approaches has commanded unanimous assent among scholars, and it is unlikely that debates about this topic can ever be put entirely to rest. Nonetheless, most recent scholarship seems to assume that Plato's dialogues can be sorted into different groups, and it is not unusual for books and articles on the philosophy of Socrates to state that by Socrates they mean to refer to the character in Plato's early or Socratic dialogues, as if this Socrates was as close to the historical Socrates as we are likely to get. We have more to say on this subject in the next section. Perhaps the most thorough examination of this sort can be found in Gregory Vlastos's Socrates, Ironist and Moral Philosopher, Cambridge and Cornell, 1991, chapters 2-4, where 10 significant differences between the Socrates of Plato's early dialogues and the character by that name in the later dialogues are noted. Our own view of the probable dates and groups of dialogues, which to some extent combine the results of stylometry and content analysis, is as follows.